It's only 22 episodes to go through. But I think every episode is funny of Seinfeld, so you really can't go wrong with it.
Okay, it's only 22 episodes for go through, but I think every episode is funny of Seinfeld, so you really can't go wrong with it. It's only 22 episodes to go through. 완주하는데 22개 완주. 다음보다 답은 그러니까 답하는데 22개 없어. 잘 보는 거야. 완주할 수 있어. It's only 22 episodes to go through. 완주하다. 끝내. It's only 22 episodes to go through. It's only 22 episodes to go through, but I think every episode is funny of Seinfeld. 사인필드의 모든 에피소드가 다 재밌어. I think every episode is funny of Seinfeld, so you really can't go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. You really 정말 can't go wrong. 실망할 리가 없어. Go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. Go wrong with it.
Yeah, and you don't have to watch it in order, to be honest. You can just jump in.
Yeah, and you don't have to watch it in order. You don't have to watch it in order. 순서대로 볼 필요가 없어. You don't have to watch it in order. You don't have to watch it in order. To be honest. You can jump in it. You can just jump in. You can just jump in. 그냥 아무데서나부터 봐도 돼. You can just jump in.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, Suzanne, question number 2. Do you have a go-to song that always pumps you up or changes your mood for the better?
For the better. Okay, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Okay, Suzanne, question number 2. Do you have a go-to song? go-to song이 있어? Do you have a go-to song that always pumps you up or changes your mood for the better? 기분을 더 좋게 changes your mood for the better. Change your mood song. Change your mood for the better. 기분을 더 좋게 하다. Change your mood for the better. Changes your mood for better.
Lifts your spirits, so to say.
Lifts your spirits, so to say.
Yeah, I mean, it changes, I would say, throughout my life.
It changes, I would say, throughout my life.
I think a lot of Lizzo's songs
Lizzo's
just
songs
always
just
make me
always
start
make me
dancing,
start
like
dancing,
About Damn
like
Time
About
or
Damn
Special,
Time,
or just
or,
like dancing in my kitchen. But I also think
just like dancing in my kitchen.
like songs from Queen,
Queen.
yeah, like it just gets you up and moving, or Bohemian Rhapsody. Like it's just you can't be down in the dumps and listen to those songs. I feel like
those songs. You can be down in the dumps.
Yeah, it's a good one. That is a good choice. Queen. Yeah, very nice.
Very nice.
I don't have a particular song like you. I'm sure there are hundreds of songs that would put me into a good mood. But when
I don't have a particular song like you. I'm sure there are hundreds of songs that would put me into a good mood. I don't have particular song. I don't have a particular song like you. I'm sure there are hundreds of songs that would put me into a good mood. 기분 좋게 put me into a good mood. Put me into a good mood. That would put me into a good mood. Put me into a good mood. Put me into a good mood.
I wrote this question, Daft Punk came into my head. If I heard them right now in this moment, I'd be like, yeah, here we go. I feel better. I'm going to say any song by Daft Punk, but they have a big catalog as well. So probably not every song, but most of them.
Probably not every song, but most of them.
I think would
do that.
Suzanne, last question here, and we kind of talked about this in the main episode. What is your favorite activity to do on a lazy day that brings you joy?
Suzanne, last question here, and we kind of talked about this in the main episode. What is your favorite activity to do on a lazy day that brings you joy?
I would say watching HGTV shows and doing Sudoku.
I would say watching HGTV shows and doing Sudoku.
Nice.
Now, I'm saying that this is like a lazy day where I can't really go outside.
Now, I'm saying that this is like a lazy day where I can't really go outside, right? I'm saying that this is like now I'm saying that this is now I'm saying that this is like a lazy day where I can't really go a lazy day where I can't really go outside, right? Now I'm saying that this is like a lazy day when I can't really go outside. A lazy day. 귀찮아서 밖에 나가기 싫은 날. A lazy day. Lazy day where I can't really go outside. A lazy day where I can't really go outside.
Right, like if it's cold out or something.
If it's cold out or something like
that's my go-to indoor activity. Because I just really like home renovation shows.
Renovation shows.
And Sudoku.
Yeah.
Lovely. I like it. Mine would be similar. I guess probably sleep.
Lovely. I like it. Mine would be similar. 내 것도 비슷할 것 같아. Mine would be Similar. Mine would be similar, I guess.
Sleeping in, like you mentioned before.
I guess probably sleeping in, like you mentioned before.
And then just lying around watching.
Go to indoor activity.
Free and playing some chess. Lovely. I like it. Mine would be similar, I guess probably.
Mine would be similar.
Sleeping in, like you.
Sleeping in. 늦잠 자는 거. Sleeping in, like you mentioned before.
And then just lying around watching something.
Then just lying around. 빈둥거리는 거. Lying around. Watching
something on TV.
Something on TV.
Free.
Guilt-free. Watching something on TV. Guilt-free.
And playing some chess online. I love doing that as well.
Playing some chess online. I love doing that as well.
So similar to you, watching something.
So similar to you. 너가 비슷해. To you.
And solving a puzzle or playing a game. Something like that would be awesome to do on a lazy day.
Yeah, you feel like you accomplished something.
You feel like.
And playing some chess online.
You feel like you accomplished something.
Accomplishing something.
After you do some puzzles.
Now I can't wait for the next lazy day.
I know.
Don't know when it will happen, but I can't wait.
Don't know when it will happen, but I can't wait.
Well, I think that will bring us to the end of this episode for today, everyone.
Well, I think that will bring us to the end of this episode for today, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening, and congratulations on getting in English study session here with Suzanne and me today.
Now we'd like to throw
things over to you.
You've heard what
Andrew and I have to say about some of the little
joys
in life.
But we'd like to know what you think.
So you
can share your opinion with us and the Culips community by leaving a comment on our website, culips.com.
Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Simplified speech number 170. The Little Joys in Life, featuring Andrew and Suzanne. So, Suzanne, today we have what I think will be a very wonderful topic to discuss, and today's topic is the little joys in life. Yeah, the little joys in life. I really love this topic. In this episode, we're gonna talk about the smaller things in life that can bring us a little moment of happiness, and I think they can really vary. I think they can really vary a lot from person to person. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Suzanne. And I can't wait to hear about the little joys on your list. Would you like to go first? Would you like to kick us off? Yeah, of course. I'd love to go first. One of my favorite little joys is when you don't have anything that next. Yeah, of course, I'd love to go first. One of my favorite little joys is when you don't have anything. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Stan, and I can't wait to hear about the little joys on your list. Would you like to go first? Would you like to kick us off? Yes, of course, I'd love to go first. One of my favorite little joys is when you don't have anything the next morning, and you can sleep like a little bit extra. You can sleep in like a little bit extra, just a little bit more sleep that next morning, and you can wake up a little later. That's just a really nice little joy in life. So when you have a clear schedule the next morning, and when you have a clear schedule the next morning and you can spend a little bit of extra time in bed. Yeah, that's a great one, Suzanne. I love that feeling as well. Yeah, of course. And of course, the extra time equals more cuddles with the pup, right? With the doggy in the bed. If you allow your dog to go into the bed, so it always equals more cuddle time. Suzanne, a similar feeling that really brings me a lot of joy in life, and I hadn't thought of this until you mentioned yours, and I was like, oh yeah, I do really like this. Is if you have to get up in the night to go to the bathroom or something, and you look at the clock, and maybe it is only like 1:30 or 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and you still have a lot of sleep in front of you. I love that feeling. You're like, I can still go back to sleep. I can still go back to sleep for another 6 hours or something. I can still go back to sleep for another 6 hours or something. That's an amazing feeling. Conversely, if you have to wake up, I don't know, let's just say that you wake up at 7 a.m. but you have to wake up at 6 maybe to go to the bathroom, then you're like, should I even go back to bed? I'm already up. I can go either way when nature calls. Totally, that's the worst. I will ask you, Andrew, if you have another little joy that you have in your life. Yeah, so sure. Maybe we will continue throughout the day. If we're talking about waking up, one of the first things that I do when I do wake up in the morning is to brew my morning cup of coffee. And that is one of the biggest joys in my life. I love the ritual around it. I always go through the process of filling up my grinder and grinding some fresh beans. And then, sometimes I prepare the coffee in a different way. But these days, I usually just use my coffee machine because I kind of lazy, but I love the aroma. Like the smell of the coffee in the air is so great. And I usually wake up first in the house, so my wife and dog are still sleeping when I wake up. So it's a quiet time in the morning. Usually I can have a little solo time in the morning and just enjoy a cup of coffee. And these days, usually what I've been doing while I drink my cup of coffee is play the word game Wordle, which I've talked about on the podcast before with Cassie. And yeah, that's just like a nice little way to start the day. It doesn't take long. I wouldn't say it's like my morning routine every day, but whenever I can. I enjoy just making the coffee, sitting down, taking 5-10 minutes to solve a puzzle, and enjoy a cup of coffee before I start my day. That just sounds so divine. I agree. I also love to put the beans in the grinder and get that aroma going. And I also enjoy a cup of coffee, and I have a pour over system because I'm the only one in my house who drinks coffee. So I kind of find ways single serve coffee, and it's really fun. The ritual of heating up the cup, then grinding the beans and pouring it in and slowly creating the coffee. I agree to that. That's a lovely morning ritual and pleasure. And I think the ritual of it also helps wake us up, maybe, because it's kind of autopilot. So it's not something we have to think about too much, and it really helps to wake us up. Suzanne, I've got another little joy in life that I want to talk to you about, and I think this one is kind of unique. Probably many people like drinking a cup of coffee in the morning, but I think not as many people can say that they like doing this activity. And I really have to thank my wife for it, because if she wasn't around, then I wouldn't be able to do this. But my wife is a great gardener, and she's got lots of house plants, and also she has many cacti. And one thing that's cool is the way that they are set up in our house is that they are kind of behind our kitchen table on a patio, but the patio is enclosed with glass. So if I sitting at the dinner table and I just turn around, then I can look out the window and see all the cacti there. And one thing I like to do, sometimes I even do this while I'm drinking my coffee, maybe after playing a game of Wordle, is kind of just to shift in my seat and turn my body around so I can look out the glass toward the patio at all of the little cacti. And she's got some really interesting, unique, different ones from all over the place. And there's just some really cool ones. There's just some really cool ones from Africa as well. She's got them all displayed really nicely with the grow lights and everything. And I just like admiring them. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but like admiring the cacti looking at them. They have lots of cool patterns, and some of them flower, and they each have different thorn types. They each have different thorn types and patterns on them. I don't know, it's just really cool, and I really like looking at them. And every time I look at them, I just think, wow, it's such a cool plant, and I'm appreciative of all the different kinds of life forms that we have on the planet. And yeah, I just really enjoy checking out her cacti from time to time. Wow, that's so cool. I wonder if it gives you that feeling that you are in nature also. Yeah, I'm right in the middle of a huge city, so it is kind of like an escape into nature, right into the heart of my own apartment. Yeah, that's fantastic. That inspires me to maybe venture out into more cacti buying.